Hey, lighten up, jerk!
Kind of on the same subject, but not really. Mail order brides. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, it's a win-win, kind of, right? I mean, she's in need.
If both people are mutually agreeable to it,
right?
I guess people can do what they
both,
can do.
if both parties are amenable to the idea,
Right.
then
His opportunity, you're opportunist.
Well, I mean, there's because there's a lot of times where you do. There's a lot of cultures that do have the arranged marriages, so it's kind of the same thing. Although
I mean,
it's
like in principle, they're the same.
because you're not
Right.
necessarily like in love when you get married, but it could turn into that.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but yeah, I don't see any really harm in it. I mean, there's some times where it's like it just seems like, oh yeah, you can kind of tell like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
I have a feeling though, like with my situation, that's I think that's what people are gonna see.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us about your situation.
Oh, that's right, okay.
Officially,
Officially, I know because we kind of like dance around it, but now officially,
So-
I think you could. I think let's
So there was our last solo podcast with just the three of us.
Okay.
That was when I went through like my situation with my ex, where I was going through some struggles. There was some infidelity, not on my part. I didn't do anything wrong, but so
cheating ass hoe.
yeah. And you know the story. I told you what happened.
I mean, you didn't go into detail, but I kind of have an idea.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much like I got cheated on like repeatedly.
Damn.
And so I was like, all right, well, I decided to kind of, break up with her and move on and move it into a different direction. So I went on a couple different like dating sites, and on
Was one of them Christian Mingle?
it was not Christian Mingle actually.
I was trying to be funny. I'm sorry.
That's funny because I'd consider that.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No offense.
No, I don't
No,
care. I
no,
don't
no,
care.
no.
It's,
But well, because I'm not.
I do blackpeoplemeet.com.
J-Date.
no, there's so many different ones. There's specific ones.
Yeah,
like
they're very like specific.
There's
There's
the
ones like-
farmersonly.com
yeah, that
or
one.
whatever.
There's
Oh, yeah,
black
farmers.
female for Asian male.
Oh yeah.
Also, and
Dude, I'd be all up
Is
on
that
that.
specific?
Yeah, and there are a lot of like very specific.
a lot of
dating
black
websites.
women
Here.
like Asian males. It's
I
a
know.
thing.
And I've always said that if I was ever to get with,
I've heard it's the other way around though. Sometimes, like where it's
Well,
like,
Well,
yeah.
no, obviously.
yeah,
Who doesn't like Asian
but
women?
I mean, it's just because Asian,
obviously.
yeah,
But no,
yeah,
a lot of black women.
Yeah,
I-
the Asian
I-
men and black women are like are the least popular in terms of potential dating partners. I'm just being real.
not anymore. Like,
Well, I know Asian men
guys
have come up a little
a
bit,
lot
but in like
because of
since,
K-pop,
but
right.
still there are some barriers. And I've always said that if I ever got with a black chick, then our theme song would be black and yellow.
Black and yellow. There you go.
Yeah, black and yellow, black and yellow.
That is fantastic.
Oh my
You know,
God,
I
that's
agree with that because, I mean, the older generation, not too much, but now the newer, they're open minded.
Oh yeah. Especially
So-
with like K-pop and all that,
Yeah,
and social
yeah,
media.
Yeah, sure.
No, I
Oh.
have no aversion to inter race or anything like that. It's just it
Obviously.
seems like
Obviously,
yeah, it just seems like that's it. It seems like such a very specific website.
Oh
like,
no, there's so
no,
many.
yeah.
Because there's a niche for
yeah,
everything.
because it
Go
can
open
be
your
that it can be
app
that
store.
hyper specific because
There's so much. Anyway, go on.
Yeah.
So you want
So
some
anyway,
messed up
so my current girlfriend, I met her through Match.
Okay.
You can say hi to her right now.
Yeah, like if she's watching, Nicole, hello.
Hey, what up, Nicole?
Yeah.
Y'all on
What up?
good terms or? You
Yeah,
hate her?
no, we're-
You
yeah.
hate her? No, you don't hate her. No.
oh
No.
the X.
Oh, my ex.
Ex.
Oh, I don't hate her. Like the whole situation still kind of sucks. Like, I mean, we're not like friends.
Okay.
I don't really talk to her that much.
Okay.
I mean, she tried to after like I came out in the open with my
Wait,
new relationship.
What's her name?
My old girlfriend,
Yeah.
Joyce.
Joyce.
Yeah.
That's the one that did you dirty.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Joyce. Hey, you passed up a good thing. Hey, it's your loss.
That's right,
Oh,
you dumb
thanks.
hoe.
Real talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real talk.
But Yeah, so I met Nicole through Match. I mean that's her English name. She's Chinese, and
In that case, you ain't getting your green card. You heard?
but yeah, no. So I met
Jesus.
Nicole through Match, and it turns out she's from she's Chinese. She's from China, and her English isn't great, but we communicate pretty well. So we're able to we've been learning a lot more about each other, and the distance kind of sucks because obviously I'd rather be here, but I think it's kind of good where distance can either ruin a relationship or it can bring you closer together.
Yeah,
in my past relationship, my ex, she's only a few hundred miles away, and she's in NorCal, but yeah, that she couldn't handle it. Whereas with my current relationship, I mean, she's across the world, but we've grown really close. So that way, when she does come here, I think that's gonna help things a lot. So we video chat, we talk all the time.
That's good, as long as she's not a catfish. I mean,
no.
She's real?
She's a real, she's a real person.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I'm
No,
always,
if she said like Rob came to me and was like, yeah, we haven't video chatted yet. She keeps saying that her camera keeps getting broken.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? Like, red flag right there.
And like she's asking me for money for some reason.
Yeah.
too, right?
Who was that football player that got that famous catfish?
Yeah.
He was some Samoan guy from the University of Hawaii, I think.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll have it somewhere up on the window.
Future
here
me,
in the,
find it.
Yeah. We'll fix that in post. But anyways, no, she's a real person.
Okay,
we've
good.
video chatted a
Okay,
bunch.
Good.
And I'm starting to learn a little bit of Chinese for her. She's been learning English for me. So we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Hey.
Wait, she speak Mandarin or Cantonese?
Well, Mandarin she understands, though where she's from Sichuan.
Oh, okay.
So she has
Cantonese.
kind of a different dialect,
Yeah.
but she's like, if you know Mandarin, that's fine. But she says it'll probably be easier for me to learn English than for you to learn my language.
know.
Oh yeah. Also, Cantonese is it's not.
Cantonese
really,
is weird.
that, and it's not commonly. It's it's being kind of almost phased out in China.
Yeah, I have. I think my one of my friends from middle school, his family speaks Cantonese. It's kind of funny sounding.
Yeah. It's how to describe it?
It's kind of sing-songy in a way. I don't know, that's
True.
kinda,
Yeah. That's a good way of saying it.
Or Mandarin is more kind of straightforward.
Mandarin is also tonal.
Right.
But then, but Cantonese actually sounds like you're actually singing.
Right. Yeah. That's kind of the best way I could describe that.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So I met Nicole through Match.
Hey, so how did you click on Match? I mean, how did the conversations go? Because I'm sure she had a ton of guys.
Oh
match
yeah.
up with
Well,
her,
that's
so
yeah.
How did you end up being the lucky guy?
I have no idea, to be honest.
What does she like about you?
So when because I messaged a bunch of people, just kind of or not just, I wasn't everybody, obviously I'm looking for something specific, and with her there was just something kind of, I don't know, she looked attractive, but she's kind of more kind of an old fashioned type of person, so I was like, oh, that works for me.
She's an old soul in a new body.
Exactly. And so I just kind of messaged her, was like, oh, it's kind of, I like your profile, blah 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 blah, and said a little, I kind of shared a little bit about me, and because I asked her, I was like, what is it about me that made you message me back? And she says, honestly, I mean, I don't know why I specifically messaged you back, because there were so many people that had messaged her, and she but when she looked at my profile, she's like, oh, there was things about it that she liked, that I'm a Christian, so she's like, oh, that's good,
Awesome.
and there was some other things, and then I met her just before Thanksgiving. We started texting through Match, but then it's she's like, well, do you want to just for us, we use a app to message each other called Kakao Talk. It's like a lot of Koreans use that.
Word.
So there's a Chinese version called WeChat. And so she wanted to like talk through that, and so we started chatting, talking and we have talked pretty much every day since just before Thanksgiving. And yeah, it was funny because I was like, oh, she's really cool. Like, we speak different languages. We grew up a world away from each other, yet we have so many similarities. It was really weird. And she brought it up first, like, for some reason, I don't know why, but like I feel like I can trust you and like open up to you and share stuff with you, and I'm starting to really like you. And I was like, wow, I was feeling the same way. So it's like that's awesome, and that's kind of how we ended up, getting together. And yeah, so it's kind of So people are gonna think that I have some mail order. To get back to our points, like people are gonna think I had some mail order bride, but it's like that's not the case.